we greet you tonight from Boardman High School here on the MyYTV High School Basketball Game of the Week tonight. It's the Division II District Semifinals featuring the Hubbard Eagles and the Poland Bulldogs. Hi again, everybody. Chad Krespinski with you. Pleased to be joined by Steve Leslie. Steve, these two teams expected to be here. Of course, we saw Hubbard rout Struthers last week 61-39. Poland a little bit of a scare in that game against West Branch. They were down by 4 at the half, battled back in a 70-56 win. What gives tonight?
It's exciting, that's for sure. District tournament times is exciting. I think what gives tonight, I think when you look at this game and you look at both teams, well-coached, solid programs, slight edge to Poland a little bit with their experience. Having played in the state semis last year, I think is a big advantage for them. But on any given night with two good teams like this, it should be a great one.
Of course, these two teams did meet once in the regular season. Hubbard coming away with an 81-78 victory. Of course, revenge on the minds of the Poland Bulldogs here tonight because it's win or go home. It's Poland and Hubbard coming at you on the MyYTV High School Basketball Game of the Week. Inside the friendly confines of Boardman High School, it's the Division II Ohio High School Tournament. Tonight, Poland and Hubbard will square off with a trip to the district finals on the line here tonight. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for this one. First for the Poland Bulldogs. 3 guards they will send out. Sharpshooter Nico Fatimis. Also Ben Broker and Luke Wallet. David Baker is at 1 forward. He's a junior, and junior Ben Donlow, the leading scorer for Poland here in this one. And he's averaging in double figures, 15 points here so far this season. For the Hubbard Eagles, their big gun is Curtis Drummond. He's at 1 guard. Mike Lapahovsky is the other guard, and Daniel Duval rounds things out. Corey Hopkinson is also there with Corey Farkas, the senior, rounding out the starting 5. And you notice you do not see Bobby Thompson's name in that starting lineup for Hubbard. And the reason is he violated team rules, and so he will not play in this one. And that's a big-time blow for Hubbard in this one. We'll see how that really impacts things moving forward. Opening tip is controlled by Hubbard. And we are underway. Curtis Drummond puts it up way too strong. Donlow comes down with the rebound for Poland, who loves to push it up the floor. Pinball basketball ends up underneath. David Baker puts it up. No, Baker fighting for the rebound. It's out of bounds. And we'll keep it right here, 16 seconds in. So Poland with the basketball. It is Baker. Over to Wallet. Near side, Donlow for 3. He knocked it down.
Nice play for Poland off the inbounds. Got Donlow open for the 3. Good start for Poland early.
I think earlier I said that Donlow was the leading scorer. Instead, it's Fatimis who leads the team in scoring for Poland with 19 points, as that one is up and in. It's 3-2. Luke Wallet, long pass ahead, underneath, up off the window. Nope. Donlow right there, and he puts it in.
Donlow again, offensive rebound, asserting himself early. Hubbard did a nice job offensively. Need to do a little better job getting back on defense.
So here comes Lapahovsky. Lapahovsky swings it over onto the right side to Farkas. Farkas has called for the offensive foul with 6 minutes and 58 seconds to go. Farkas had a whale of a game in that win over Struthers, of course, was our player of the game.
Yeah, he was. He was solid. Good job there by Wallet stepping in and taking a charge. And that's one of the things that I talked about in the pregame was their experience in big games. Poland, and you look at that starting lineup and they're all juniors. That's a scary thought.
Broker bounces it out of the elbow to Donlow. Donlow slicing towards the paint, and we have a whistle and a traveling violation called. So it is 5-2 in favor of Poland with 6 minutes and 46 seconds to play here in the opening quarter.
Obviously for Hubbard, one of their keys is to handle Poland's full court pressure and get good offensive shots.
Curtis Drummond working it up the floor. It's poked free by Broker. And it's out of bounds and will stay with Hubbard.
And Chad, you know, I think another big part of this game tonight when we sit up here and watch and talk about it will be the substitutions. Obviously, Poland's going to play a lot of guys. With Thompson being out for Hubbard and a new starter stepping in, that hurts their depth off their bench.
And that's a big-time loss. Pass intercepted by Wallet. Wallet pushing it up the floor. And Wallet is called for the carry.
Tough to tell from the angle we had up here. I couldn't tell if he did or didn't, but the ref was right there. And in district play, you get very good referees from different parts of the area. Was right on top of it. Probably a good call.
Long toss ahead, and a foul is called. So to the free throw line will go Hubbard. And that foul will be called on Luke Wallet. So to the free throw line goes Michael Lopahovsky. The sophomore guard flicks it up and flicks it in. It's 5-3. He's a 51% free throw shooter. And Lopahovsky averaging a shade under 7 points each time out, and he puts it up and rattles it in.
That was a great job against their pressure. Threw over the top for a great opportunity. Got to the foul line and got 2 points. Great job breaking the press early for Hubbard.
Fatimas fires for three, and he knocks it down.
Fatimas off the dribble, a little curl there, nice jump shot. He's one of the better shooters I've seen in this area. You know, he's one of those guys that if he gets a hot hand early, you could be in big trouble. First shot of the night goes down, so look for Poland to try to get it back to him, see if they can get him going here early.
Yeah, Fatimas has had a heck of a season, averaging 19.7 points. And he's shooting better than 36% from behind the three-point line. So look for him to get some open looks. It is 8-4 at this point. Into the corner, near side, Curtis Drummond penetrates, floater, got it!
Great move by Drummond on the baseline. Used his quickness to get around Baker for an easy shot.
Fatimas, bounce pass, right side, low block, tipped by Donlow, will not go. Loose ball, it comes down to Hubbard in the crossover. Picking it up the floor, it's Corey Hopkinson, dishes to Curtis Drummond! Basket, and the foul!
Great job by Drummond. And I think one of the things we talked about the other night, he got off to a slow start, got into some foul trouble. Today he's done a great job of attacking the basket. Another good call by the ref. I thought Baker was sliding in underneath him. Got a chance for a three-point play.
Just like that, we're all tied up in this one. Hubbard without Bobby Thompson, but Curtis Drummond picking up the slack, at least to this point.
And when I talk with Coach Fox, that's what you see in tournament play. And when you lose a player, somebody always comes in and steps up. Right now, Drummond's done a good job of putting the team on his back here early.
Drummond averaging 18.5 points a game, a 79% free throw shooter. Can't get the shot to fall. The rebound comes down to Donlow for Poland. Donlow working it up the floor. Lob underneath for David Baker. Double clutch, puts it up and puts it in.
Good pass by Donlow. Baker doing a good job of getting his feet underneath him, taking him time and knocking it down.
Daniel Duval into the starting lineup. Gets it over to Hopkinson, back to Duval. Outside the three-point line, Lopahovsky into the corner. Duval triggers, got it!
They've done a great job of handling pressure. They're a very good passing team. We talked about that. They've done a good job passing the ball here early.
Wallet for three, off the front of the rim, nope. Ball packed around, dishes off to Donlow, shot blocked, foul called. So Ben Donlow will go to the free throw line. We are tied at 10. Lots of pressure in Poland, creating an opportunity for Ben Donlow. And Donlow bounces that free throw up and in. As we will see some new faces checking in. That's Dom DeFelice, 5'8" junior guard. Checking in for Ken Grisdale. Second free throw follows the first one in. It is 12-10. More pressure from Poland. We'll see that all night long.
A little diamond press there for Poland. They changed up, and again, Hubbard did a great job of breaking it and now get it to the basket for a good shot opportunity.
Great look underneath. Curtis Drummond couldn't get the easy one to drop in, but it is out of bounds. And we'll stay with Hubbard. Here is Corey Hopkinson set to fire it in. Ball is into Curtis Drummond. Under 5 minutes to play. This is Hopkinson. Dishes off to Duval. Puts it up. It rattles. Nope. And the ball is out of bounds. It'll go to the Bulldogs at the 4:36 mark.
Pretty good start both ways. The flow of the game seems to be pretty good right now. Like we said, two great teams. So you expect the flow to be a little better in this game. Early it has.
DeFelice. Now to Donlow. Donlow to Wallet for three. High off the iron. It hit that structure up top. And so they'll roll it out of bounds at the 4:18 mark. Ken Grisdale has done such a great job with this Poland program.
Poland back to their man-to-man pressure here. That's a tough pass by Lepachowski to make cross court against their quickness is tough to do. And that's one of the things that brought him back in. I was here the other night to see the West Branch game. Poland's defense in the second half was outstanding.
Yeah, they trailed it by 4 at one point, but battled all the way back. Corey Farkas, left low block, looking for Curtis Drummond. Near side, left wing, Hopkinson for three. That one was short. Donlow rips down another rebound. And there's a whistle and a foul called on Ben Donlow.
Gonna call him on the push. I didn't see too much of a push there. I don't see if we can see it on the replay here.
The foul is called on Donlow. And Donlow picks up number 1. So Poland with 3 team fouls. Hubbard with 2. Ball was poked out of bounds. Hubbard will control once again. Hopkinson looking in for Farkas. Bodies all over the floor. David Baker comes out of that scrum with it. Ahead to Ben Donlow. This is DeFelice. Stutter step. Wallet thinking about that 3 ball. Instead he penetrates out to DeFelice. Tuck triple. Back of the rim, no. Rebound, Donlow. Donlow into the corner. Here's Fatimas for 3. That one he missed. Doesn't do that very often. Ball controlled by Drummond for Hubbard. Long toss ahead. Daniel Duval. Unselfish basketball. Looking for Lepachowski. Couldn't handle the hot potato.
Right idea. A little strong on a bounce pass, but it was definitely the right idea. Very impressive with Hubbard, the way they passed the ball early against Poland's pressure.
So Poland with the lead, 12-10. Here is DeFelice outside the 3-point line. DeFelice stops, swings it over to Donlow, left of the lane. Donlow muscles it up, and he draws another foul, and he'll go to the free throw line.
Very good set that time for Poland. What you had early a double screen for Fatimas, and then you get Donlow back on the shape up, get the ball in him. He's tough to handle inside.
And Donlow is oh so strong underneath. We saw Poland knock off Canfield a couple of short weeks ago. As we will see Coach Fox go to his bench. Checking in for Hubbard is Chase Myers.
And Chad, you know, when you look at both of these teams and you look at their starting lineups, one senior from both teams in the starting lineups. A lot of good juniors on the floor both ways with Drummond from Poland, and of course the juniors in the Poland team are sensational. So a lot of good underclassmen in this game.
Yeah, we're going to see these two teams in postseason play and going deep into the high school tournament for years to come. More pressure from Poland. Ball ends up in the hands of Hopkinson. Duval. And back to Hopkinson into the corner. Duval for 3. Off the front of the rim, no. Rebound, Lepachowski picks it up and in, and a foul is called.
And you know, you don't like to talk about the juniors. Lepachowski as a sophomore has really impressed me the other night against Struthers, and he's off to a great start tonight. Great offensive rebound and an opportunity for the 3-point play.
And so, Lepachowski, the sophomore, is unable to complete the and one. So Poland will go back on the offensive side of things. This is Donlow. Bounce pass, top of the key to John Price. Over to DeFelice. Top side, Nico Fatimas off the dribble. Dishes off right side, Broker. Back up, pass intercepted. Picked up by Daniel Duval. Penetrating into the paint. Great look. Look at Lupa. Hufsky puts it up and in.
Transition game for Hubbard early here has been key. They've gotten a lot of transition baskets early in this game.
DeFelice, far side left wing. DeFelice nearly walked with the ball. No call. Outside Nico Fatimas. Fatimas dribble drive, stops and pops. That one is too strong. Rebound Donlow. Off the backboard, underneath Price. Floater, and he knocks it down.
Another offensive rebound for Poland. Price doing a good job with the stick back.
Back and forth, these two teams have gone. Poland with a 1-point lead at 15-14. Here comes Hubbard trying to answer. Hopkinson gives to Lapahovsky. Cut off on the wing. Free throw line, Curtis. Drummond knocks down the jumper.
And that's the opening against his own trap there. Good job by Drummond flashing to the free throw area for the open jump shot.
Drummond now with 6. Donlow at the other end. Top of the key, DeFelice. Stutter step into the paint. Dishes off left side. Underneath Broker into the corner. And we have a whistle. And we have what? Not clear what that call was. It came from the baseline.
I think he may have called 3 seconds, I believe. I mean, we haven't had a foul called by either official, so that's going to be my guess, 3 seconds there.
Okay, so it is a turnover, and the turnover will give it back to Hubbard. So Corey Hopkinson gives to Corey Rushwin. Back to Hopkinson. Behind the back, nearly has his pocket picked into the corner. Duval thought about the 3 ball, isn't going to take it though. Double team by Poland, errant pass, turnover forced. Bulldogs will get it back with 68 seconds left in the quarter.
That was a tough turnover there. Poland that time 2-1-2, full court press back to their zone, 2-3 trap. Bad turnover for Hubbard there.
This is Lou Fatimas now working things at the point. Near side, DeFelice underneath. David Baker puts it up and puts it in.
Good move by Baker, and I think that's where Poland has the advantage with Donlow and Baker getting the ball inside to the post and getting some easy shot opportunities.
Over to Duval, right wing. He penetrates and pulls it back out, looking underneath. Bounce pass to Corey Hopkinson. Great look. Shot blocked by Baker. Loose ball gobbled up by Myers. Whistle, foul called.
Good block by Baker. Good job by Hubbard staying active on the offensive glass, getting second and third opportunities.
You got to love the effort for both of these teams, not backing down in any way, shape, or form. Every loose ball being fought for as that free throw is up and good for Chase Myers.
And you know what? You kind of expect that with two great coaches, Coach Fox and Coach Grisdale, both do a great job of preparing their teams to play in these type of situations. And early on, this has been a great first quarter.
17 all is our score. Myers to give Hubbard the lead, and he does just that. 18-17, closing in on a half minutes of play here in this first quarter. Wallet outside the three-point line. We have a whistle and we have a foul. And this one will go against Poland.
A legal screen there against Poland, and you know, they in their offense they set so many screens and do so many things. You're going to get that call sometimes, and I'm sure Coach Grisdale's not disappointed that you want to continue to set screens to set people up throughout the game.
The foul is called on Nico Fatimas. It is his first. So Hubbard gets the ball back. Curtis Drummond, left side. He is trapped. Drummond, his pass is intercepted. Fatimas back the other way, looking for Wallet in the corner. It is out of bounds and off Hubbard, so Poland will have it with 9.3 seconds left. There you get a great look at Ken Grisdale. Has done an outstanding job with this Poland program. Lou Fatimas looks. It is into Wallet. Wallet stops at the free throw line. 5 seconds left in the quarter. Wallet stops and fires and knocks the jumper down as the first quarter clock expires. And what a first quarter it was through one period of play. Here in the Division II District Semifinals, it is Poland 19, Hubbard 18, quarter number 2 after this on the MyYTV High School Basketball Game of the Week. set for quarter number 2. The winner of this ball game will face the winner of Streetsboro and Cardinal Mooney. That game will take place tomorrow night. Lou Fatimas outside the three-point line, swings it back this way to DeFelice. This is Wallet. Wallet over to Baker. Baker into the paint. Outside, Lou Fatimas took trip ball. Bang!
Good ball movement by Poland. Got everybody involved. Did a good job of finding the open man.
Poland has opened up a 22-18 lead. Cross-court pass. This is Hopkinson. Outside, Lopohovsky. Over to Curtis Drummond. Drummond penetrates, dishes off Chase Myers. Couple of pump fakes. Nope. Rebound, David Baker for Poland. Here comes Bandonlo. Coast to coast. And can't get the shot to fall in. Curtis Drummond has it taken away. DeFelice to Donlow. Donlow back to DeFelice. Pinball basketball. Donlow into the paint. Runner. Got it.
Poland that time got away with a little too much passing that time underneath, but ended up getting a basket.
24-18, Duval penetrating left side. This is Lopohovsky, floater, and the rainbow drops in.
Big basket by Lopohovsky. And Chad, you know, when you go back to the first quarter, Hubbard had the ball with, I think, 17 seconds left and got a turnover. And Poland goes down and Wallet hits a jumper. Those are big possessions in tournament games when the games are tight like this.
David Baker, left low block. First try won't go. Second try, good.
Good tip by Baker. And the flow of the game has started to change a little bit. Poland's pressure's picked up, and now they're starting to get some easy baskets.
Daniel Duval out to Hopkinson. Here's Curtis Drummond into the corner. Lopohovsky. Poland traps. Out to Drummond. Closing in on the 6-minute mark of this first half. Bounce pass underneath. Poland forces another turnover. Wallet behind the back. Look at Fatimas running the floor. Can't get it to drop. However, Corey Hopkinson comes down with it. Ahead to Lopohovsky. Line, lane. Foul called. He'll go to the line for 2.
And that time Baker's got to do a little better job of getting his feet set and just being 6'4", 6'5", getting his hands up and making it a tough shot. Pretty easy foul to call.
And so Hubbard, down 26-20, will go back to the line. And it's Michael Lopohovsky putting the free throw up and gets the kind bounce. And it's 26-21. Poland will send in some more subs. Nico Fatimas comes back in. Also Broker. And John Price will check back in for Ken Grisdale. And the second free throw is no good, and the rebound comes down to Poland. 5-point lead for the Bulldogs. Nico Fatimas penetrating. Bounce pass underneath. Look at Donlow, an easy take, and he takes it for 2.
Great attack by Fatimas off the dribble. Good bounce pass to Donlow for the easy basket.
28-21 is our score. Top of the key, Corey Hopkinson. Here's Drummond on the left wing. Poland harassing again. Underneath, Chase Myers puts it in.
Good move by Myers. He's had great energy coming in here early, getting a couple baskets. That was a good move.
Bandonlo, top of the key, fires too strong, and the rebound comes down to Hopkinson for Hubbard. Long toss ahead, Duval cherry picking. Poland gets back, however. Lopohovsky now underneath. This is Curtis Drummond. He fires underneath. It's picked off by Price for Poland.
Tough turnover. That time you'd like to see Drummond shoot the little jumper mid-post there. And when you look at Poland, their turnovers are starting to come, but more so the pace of the game is more to the game that they want it to be.
Luke Wallet has it on the left wing. Underneath, Price puts it up, and Price can't get the shot to drop. Wouldn't have mattered anyway. He was called for traveling. And with that, we will take a timeout. 4:32 to play in quarter number 2. Poland by 5 on the MyYTV High School Basketball Game of the Week. student support from both sides as these two teams playing it out in the district semifinals. The winner will face Streetsboro or Cardinal-Mooney, the winner of that game tomorrow night. In the meantime, every week we'll pick the player of the game. It's one player that has made the greatest impact during the game. That player receives a hoodie from Nightline Embroidery and Silk Screening. We'll feature the player of the game every Monday night at 6 on 27 First News and First News at 10 on Fox Youngstown.
Very good crowd tonight when you talk about both student sections, and a nice crowd here for this one.
So Hubbard will come out with a basketball. Over to Duval. Top side Hopkinson, and now here is Lopahovsky. Back to Hopkinson and Duval in the corner. Hubbard being very deliberate with what they do. Hopkinson into the corner, Duval. Closing in on 4 minutes to play, second quarter. Hopkinson gives to Lopahovsky. Back to Hopkinson, penetrate. Duval in the corner for three, got it!
Good basket after the timeout there, good bucket. Great penetration for the pitch for the three.
Great patience, it's 28-26. Back comes Poland, Fatimas fires, that one too strong. Rebound Drummond for Hubbard. Eagles with a chance to tie this thing up with a basket. That pass was whizzed in there towards Chase Myers, and even he couldn't handle it.
And that was the right look by Drummond. Just got to make a better pass. I think he had a guy open for an easy opportunity. Tried to no-look at it a little bit and ended up being a turnover.
A little too much stadium mustard on that one.
That's okay if you can get it there and do it. Coaches love that, but that's not a good turnover for Hubbard in this point in the game.
A couple photographers on the baseline there saw their life flash before their head with that ball whizzing right towards the coconut. So Poland will have it with a 2-point lead. Ben Broker comes up with it. Baker whips it back over to Wallet, right wing. Wallet crosses over, bounce pass underneath towards Baker. Ball is kicked. It'll stay with the Bulldogs at the 3:13 mark.
Poland doing a very good job offensively of passing the ball and getting a lot of people involved with different types of screens. Hubbard, on the other hand, doing a pretty good job against all the screening by Poland.
Donlow surveys the scene. Back over to Wallet. Wallet firing for three. That one's off the side of the rim. It will not go. Myers comes down with a rebound for Hubbard. And Myers lost the handle. And it is out of bounds. Wow.
Coach Fox just clapping your hands. 4 guys from your own team on that end of the floor, and the ball goes off his shoe and out of bounds for a turnover. That's a tough one at this time. But, you know, Coach Fox is doing the right thing. Encourage them. They're playing great right now. Play the next play. Move on.
Can't dwell on it in tournament time. You've got to move on, as you said. This is David Baker. Nice move, and he hammers it down.
Great move by Baker. First of all, he catches it, gets in triple threat, which you don't see a lot by kids. Good head fake, step around, sweet dunk. Nice possession off the turnover.
30-26. Drummond underneath, looking for Myers. Pass intercepted. This is Luke Wallet. No look pass to Fatimas. 3-ball in the air. Right there.
And that's how they hurt you. They get a turnover, an uncaused turnover, to a dunk and a three-pointer. Game's back to 7.
33-26. Hubbard with the ball. Corey Hopkinson has the ball left wing. Bounce pass underneath for Myers. Myers gobbles it up. Myers puts it up high off the glass, and he scores.
Good move by Myers, using the backboard as a defender. Went to the other side for a nice layup.
Ben Donlot trying to answer for Poland. Left wing Wallet. Line lane floater. No. And it is out of bounds, and we'll go back to Hubbard. Eagles trailing at 33-28.
And you look right now, a lot of the Hubbard players bent over, tugging on the shorts. Poland keeps subbing in and out. That is starting to take a factor as I sit up here and watch. The depth of Poland is starting to wear on Hubbard.
And so we've hit the 2-minute mark of this second quarter. This has been a heck of a ball game. Curtis Drummond across the time stripe. Turnover forced by Wallet. Line lane. Easy 2 for the Dogs.
Easy bucket by Wallet. When you talk about Wallet, he's their defensive leader, leads the team in steals, gets one there for an easy layup.
35-28. Hopkinson now over to Drummond. Line lane. Drummond lays it up and in.
Easy opportunity. Drummond on the backside. They reversed it, got it to him. Nobody there for Poland.
Fatimas trying to knock in another three ball. It's no good, but it's right there for Cannon Julia. He gets the stick back. And it is 35 to 32. Curtis Drummond whips it over left side. Lots of contact. No foul called. Penetrating Hopkinson looking for Myers. Myers in traffic, fights it up and in. He's been impressive.
He's been real impressive. Good strong move there. I thought that could have even been a foul. Another big basket. Both of these teams have spent a lot of energy in this first half.
Lou Fatimas penetrating, drawing the foul with 52.4 seconds remaining.
Is that score right? I thought at one point Poland was up 7. I may be wrong here, but they're checking with things. I think Coach Grisdale may even think that there's a problem with the scoreboard. I'm not sure. I thought at one point it was 35-28, wasn't it?
They're going to figure it out. They're having a conversation, and they're talking with the scores table. Now, there may be a mistake. Now the scoreboard says 37-34.
Because I thought we had Wallet on a steal, and I remember you saying as I'm sitting with the headsets on here, it was a 7-point game, and then I looked up. So what do we have here?
Looks like it is now 37-32 in favor of Poland.
Okay. I think that was right, because I think it was a 7-point game, and then obviously Hubbard scored there, so we're right back on track.
All right, all set now. Scorekeeper here a bit confused, and we were confused as well. And Lou Fatimas walked with the ball. And it is 47.7 seconds remaining.
And Chad, here's another, from a coach's standpoint, you talk about end of quarters, end of halves. Hubbard made a mistake with a turnover. Poland scored the end of first quarter. 40 seconds here. This could be a big opportunity for them to get a basket.
Curtis Drummond takes it to the rack with authority and puts it in.
When you have an athlete like that, he can do that.
Ben Donlow at the other end follows suit. 2 more for Poland. And a timeout is called. Or nope. I think there's an injured player perhaps, or maybe some perspiration down on the floor. And
yeah, there is there, but
mop it up.
Donlow said, you can do it, I could do it. He took it coast to coast for a layup. 2 of the better athletes in the area, Donlow, Drummond, 2 very good moves. This has been a pleasure to watch this first half.
Yeah, it really has. It's 39-34 with exactly 30 seconds remaining here in the first half. Lapahovsky back to Hopkinson. Here is Duval. And now Lapahovsky.
And Hubbard here, 16 seconds. You'll get the ball to start the third quarter. You'd like to get a bucket here to go to half and then get the possession for the third quarter.
Hopkinson looking for Drummond. Instead, it's Myers. Shot block, foul called. And we'll see. I think it's going to be Donlow. That'll be number 2 if it is the call on him.
I think they got Fox, I think. It's hard to see the scoreboard. Yeah, they do. That's the second on Fox. Or I'm sorry, on Price, I think, 15.
So the call is on Price. That is number 2 with 5 seconds left. Free throw up and good. It's 39-35.
And with 5 seconds left, Poland does such a great job of getting the ball up the floor. Hubbard's got to do a good job of matching up here. You don't want to see somebody in open space go coast to coast there. You may see some pressure to keep the ball in the backcourt.
Chase Myers puts the free throw up, no good. Rebound Ben Donlow. 3 seconds, not 2. And Donlow is fouled as he fires that one up off the backboard.
That's a good foul, though. Hubbard had 14 fouls. That's a good job of making Donlow dribble the ball up court and get the foul here. You use 4 seconds. Good job by Coach Fox there. May see a lob to Baker or Fatimas off his screen here to try to get a quick 3.
Wallet will fire it in from the far sideline. Wallet has it into Fatimas. Fadeaway 3 ball is over everything, no good. And with that, the first half is in the books. And what a first half it was here in the Division II District Semifinals. At the half, it is Poland 39, Hubbard 35. We'll have all of our halftime statistics, highlights, and more Those on the way following these words on the Valley's new home for local sports, my YTV and the high school basketball game of the week. And welcome back to Boardman High School for the Division II District Semifinals. At the half, Poland with a 4-point lead over Hubbard at 39-35. Hubbard playing without one of its top players in Bobby Thompson, but some other players picking up the slack. Daniel Duvall is good from three-point range. He knocks it down. Let's take a look at some of those numbers from the first half. Hubbard 14 of 21 from the floor, and that is 67%. Poland is 16 of 30. Do the math, it's 53% each team. 33% from behind the arc. Poland 75% from the free throw line, and Hubbard 60% from the charity stripe. Poland is known for their outstanding defensive pressure that they bring, and Luke Wallet bringing it on this play, forcing the steal, and he takes it all the way in for the easy two. Miscellaneous numbers look this way from that first half. Poland getting the better end in the rebounding department, 13-10. Hubbard has turned it over 12 times. Poland, one of their 7 steals you just saw, and also the Bulldogs with 1 blocked shot. Two of the better athletes going at it today when you're talking about Ben Donlow and also Curtis Drummond. Look at Donlow taking it baseline, and Donlow gets that one to go on the reverse. Nicely done. Michael Lapohovsky came through, however, for Hubbard on his offensive end. He gets the rainbow teardrop to drop on in. Let's examine our leading scorers from the first half. Donlow with 14 in double figures. Lapohovsky likewise in double figures with a grand total of 11. All of those numbers, all of those highlights add up to a 39-35 Poland lead. And the Bulldogs trying to advance in this one. Of course, Poland has been to the state semifinals the past 2 seasons. David Baker trying to slam the Bulldogs' way into the district championship game. We'll be back with third quarter action following this on the YTV High School Basketball Game of the Week. All set for third quarter action as these two teams trying to punch a ticket to the district championship game against the likes of either Cardinal Mooney or Streetsboro. And as we get set for the third quarter action, what's key for each of these two sides here down the stretch?
I think if you look at Hubbard, one of the things that caught me during the statistics was 12 turnovers. I think in this type of game against a quality opponent in Poland, you turn it over 12 times this half, you're going to be in trouble. For Poland, shooting percentage is there. I'm sure Coach Grisdale's a little disappointed in Hubbard's shooting percentage, but I think their defense will pick up here, look for some maybe easier baskets and some inside play by Baker and Donlow.
So the ball is kicked as we're just 8 seconds into the third quarter, and it goes all the way down to the other end of the floor. And Hubbard will have it.
And the Poland staff, I'm sorry, does such a great job. I've seen him play many a times of adjusting to second half of what teams are doing, what they're taking away. So we'll see what type of adjustments are made in this game.
We shall soon see. It's Corey Hopkinson near side on the right underneath Farkas. This is Curtis Drummond. Outside Farkas, one dribble. Loses his footing. He's tied up and we'll call a jump ball, and it'll go back to Poland. Great defense on that occasion.
Great defense by Wallet. You know, I was looking at his stats. Averages 9 a game, almost 4 rebounds a game, almost 4 assists a game. To me, he's what makes them go.
So Poland with a 4-point lead, trying to increase this. It's Nico Fatimas outside to Donlow. Donlow dribbling with the right hand outside. Nico Fatimas looking for an open three look. Fatimas off the dribble. Great pass into the corner. It's gobbled up by Ben Broker. Donlow for three. That one is no good. Rebound underneath Baker. Baker, left low block, puts it up. It's off the mark. Lopohovsky comes down with a rebound for Hubbard. This is Hopkinson. Loses the handle. It is out of bounds. And the officials will chat about it. And the call may be changed. It'll stay right here.
Good job, and you see that a lot. You see officials get together if one had a better look, which he did. We can't tell here by the replay. It was a little late, but I thought that was the right call.
Hopkinson looks. It is into Farkas. Lopohovsky. Trapped by Broker. Broker comes up with his steal. Broker tripped, puts it up. Now will they count the basket? No, they'll call it on the floor, I believe. Broker was almost tackled in his path to the basket.
Good foul there not to give up the layup opportunity, but again for Hubbard another turnover. So 2 turnovers to start this third quarter.
Ball is into Baker off the window. Nope. Baker's second try. Up. Nope. They'll wave the basket off. And who will they tag with the foul?
1-0.
It'll be Lopohovsky.
Lopohovsky.
Yep.
But that's a tough call there. I thought that was a 3-point play opportunity. I thought he got fouled on the shot. Take it out of bounds for another OB play.
That's his second foul. Nico Fatimas off the dribble. He takes it and in scores.
Great job by Poland isolating Fatimas off an OB play. Was there alone on an island for Hubbard and got an easy layup opportunity.
Fatimas showing diversity to his game. Drummond is harassed. Here's Hopkinson. Bounce pass underneath. Another turnover. Poland comes up with it. Donlow off to the races. Donlow has it stripped away. Great defense out of bounds.
Good strip by Drummond. But another turnover. You know, it's a 6-point game, and these turnovers are starting to snowball on Hubbard here. This could be a key game, key opportunity for them to get back in it.
Fatimas looks. It is into Donlow. Now Wallet and Broker. Nico Fatimas, top of the key, dribble, drive, left of the paint, puts it up, doesn't go. Donlow right there to stick it back in.
Great rebound by Donlow. And those are the guys that do the damage, the big three, Baker, Donlow, Fatimas. They're tough to stop.
Yes, they are. 43-35 is the score in favor of Poland. This is Drummond, top of the key to Corey Hopkinson, outside Duval. Back to Drummond, thinking about that three ball, won't take it. Bounce pass underneath. Hopkinson finds right side Farkas. Farkas bounces it up and in.
Better ball movement that time against the pressure and got a good opportunity. Farkas with, I think, his first basket of the game.
Broker puts that one up, will not go. Foul called on the floor. And that foul, I believe, is also going to be called on Lopohovsky, and that is the case. That's his third.
Yeah, that's 3, and that could be key. You know, when you talk about Hubbard, Thompson being out, Bellino, of course, being out, their depth has been hurt by those things. Myers has done a great job. They're back to the bench here early.
Lou Fatimas gives to Nico Fatimas for 3. He's got it!
And that's where they're so good at. Out-of-bounds plays for Poland year in and year out. Their staff does a great job of setting up OB plays. Fatimas there with an open 3 look, and he knocked it down.
46-37 is our score. Curtis Drummond works it back this way to Corey Hopkinson. Back to Drummond, thinking about that 3 ball. Instead penetrates. Loose ball. Hubbard gobbles it up. Loose ball again. Hubbard trying to gobble it up again. And they do so successfully. Taken right away by David Baker. Ahead to Donlow, line lane. Donlow puts that one up. And we have a whistle. And we have a foul called. Yes, we do. So Donlow will go to the free throw line. The 5:02 mark. As that foul will be ticketed. To the Hubbard Eagles, and with that we have a stoppage of play. 5:02 to play here in quarter number 3. Poland feeling good about life. They've got a 46-37 lead. We'll bring you back to Boardman High School following these words on the MyYTV High School Basketball Game of the Week. .37 is our score. Previous Hubbard foul was called on Corey Hopkinson. It is his second. So that will send Ben Donlow to the free throw line, and Donlow can't get the free throw to drop in.
Donlow's a 70% foul shooter for the year, so he does a pretty good job of getting to the line a lot and also making them.
And Donlow has now 17 points. He's 4 for 6 from the line. He's also got 7 rebounds. Not a bad day on the court.
No, that's not bad. When you look at his numbers for the year, 15 a game and 8 boards, so he's right on cue to get his season average.
With a quarter and a half still to play, Duval gives to Farkas. Farkas muscles it up, draws contact, and will go to the line. So Farkas working hard underneath, trying to fight it up.
And Baker that time again trying to go for the block. I think that's his third foul. So, you know, you see a big guy from Poland getting into foul trouble.
It is his third. Farkas can't get it to go.
And he'll have to go sit down. So, you know, the good part for Poland is that they do such a good job subbing that a lot of guys get in and out of the game, but you hate to see Baker get 3 fouls this early in the third quarter.
Farkas is a 51% free throw shooter. Trying to split the pair. It's a 10-point ball game at 47-37. And it will stay that way as Donlow rips down yet another rebound. Lou Fatimas, far side right wing, outside to Nico Fatimas. Fatimas off the dribble, near side left wing. Donlow into the corner. Wallet takes it baseline. Wallet scores!
Great ball movement. And Fatimas set that up with the dribble attack. Got it to Wallet for the easy layup.
At the other end, Duval can't follow suit and score. Rebound, Poland. Donlow out of traffic, loses the handle, picked up by Myers. Ahead to Curtis Drummond, and he can't get the dunk to go.
That time, great opportunity by Drummond going for the dunk, and you miss it. In games like this, as a coach, if you make the dunk, everything's okay. If you miss the dunk, it should have been a pretty easy 3-point play opportunity. Now he's got to go try to make both free throws.
So Curtis Drummond visibly upset with himself for missing the easy 2.
And did you think there was a foul there? I didn't see a whole lot on that replay to tell me that was a foul. I thought that was a pretty good attempt by Poland contesting a shot.
Yeah, but the foul was called, and don't see much contact at all, and Drummond misses the second free throw.
So there you know, possible 3-point play, you only get a point. That's a big trip.
Nico Fatimas outside. Luke Fatimas for 3 off the side of the rim. No, look at Donlow skying for that rebound. Donlow, hoop and harm.
Take it over, big man. He's taking the game over just with his athleticism and his rebounding ability. Great rebound, great putback, 3-point play try.
He's so strong and is so impressive underneath in the post. As Andy Bartos will check in for Poland. And sitting down is John Price.
You know, Chad, I think when you have such a quality team like Poland has, playing so many people, when you look at the numbers of Fatimas, Baker, and Donlow, they're a little skewed to me. You know, some places they may get more shots and do things, but their numbers are solid, and that's why they're such a good program year in and year out. 3 or 4 guys in double figures that maybe don't get the touches that they think they should get, but it's a team game, and this is the object you want to get to district and regionals.
Wallet off the window, can't get it to go. Rebound Myers for Hubbard. 52-38 is our score. Myers back up top of the key to Hopkinson. Now Drummond into the corner. Duval for 3. That one is short. Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll go back to Poland with 3:21 left. But what a ball game for Ben Donlow. He's got 20 points. And also 10 rebounds, so he's got himself a double-double.
You know, a lot of those numbers, too, come off of, as a opposing coach, who do you want to take away? Do you want to take away Fatimas tonight? Okay, Fatimas will be the driver and distributor. Or you want to take away Donlow and Baker inside, then Fatimas on the perimeter with Wallet. They're tough to prepare for.
Speaking of Fatimas, he knocks the 3-ball in.
So now you try to defend a little better. Now Fatimas knocks him down. They're solid top to bottom. Very good basketball team.
Poland trying to force another turnover. And Fatimas has a grand total of 15 points. And Corey Farkas checks back in. So Hubbard has the basketball, near side right wing, back up top of the key. Hopkinson to Lapohovsky. Drummond back to Hopkinson. They'll try to work it underneath to Farkas. And we have a foul called.
I think they got Bartos from behind, maybe.
For bodying up, perhaps. A little bit too much contact as Hopkinson gets it in, left low block. And we have another whistle, and we have another foul. And that foul will be called on Don DeFelice. And on DeFelice, Hubbard will retain possession of the basketball. Crossover by Drummond. Drummond floater. Nope. But he'll go to the free throw line. A lot of fouls called here in the second half. Not so much in the first half, however. Or so it seems.
Not a lot in the first half. Definitely a lot here in the third quarter both ways. And a lot of them have been, you know, not even possession of the basketball. A lot of stuff away from the ball. And that's the way the game's being called. So as a player, you have to adjust.
And Drummond rattles that one up and in. And it is 55-39.
And for Hubbard here to try to get back in the game, obviously Drummond has to get going. And you'd like to see Lapohovsky, after the good first half he played, get some shot opportunities.
So it is a 15-point lead for Poland. Ben Donlow is having a terrific ball game. Outside to Ben Broker. Floater, and he gets it to go.
Nice move by Broker, and it started as a two-man game with Fatimas and Donlow. They defended that well, and then Broker gets a rip to the hoop for an easy layup.
Corey Hopkinson, right low block, in traffic, walked with the basketball.
And that's been the difference. The turnover margin here for Hubbard in the third quarter has really hurt them and put the game to the deficit it's at right now.
Great defensive effort for Michael Lapohovsky, trying to force the turnover and grab the steal. But he's unsuccessful. It's out of bounds. Poland will control.
Little full court pressure by Hubbard now.
So the ball is into Andy Bartos, and now Ben Broker. Broker hands off to Donlow.
There's the two-man game with the screen. Back to him, another two-man game.
Fatimas back outside. Donlow for three. Back of the rim. Nope. Rebound is ripped down by Lapohovsky, but it again hit the upper area, the structure of the basket.
Good defense by Hubbard defending a two-man game. I think when you watch Donlow, you want to see him shoot that. If you're an opposing coach, you'd rather see him shoot the jumper than start ripping to the hoop.
Hubbard down by 17, 57-40. Hopkinson over to Farkas. Farkas looking underneath, errant pass. Gobbled up by Curtis Drummond. And we have an over and back call, which will turn it over and give it back to Poland. So what was a very close game in the first half has become a little bit lopsided now. And that's the case for Poland a lot of times, is they can come at you in a hurry, a couple of quick threes, maybe a transition dunk, and the next thing you know, you're staring at a 17-point deficit. Speaking of threes, Fatimas can hit them from everywhere on the floor, takes this one in a little closer and draws another foul.
You know, Chad, when you talk about that, to me, again, that's an experience factor. These Poland players have played in big games, have gotten to the States the last 2 years, are very experienced, play a lot of basketball in the summer. They're used to these type of situations, and I think that's why they excel in these tournament games in the second half, because they've been here before.
Foul is on Duval. It's his first. So Poland will control. Nico Fatima is set to fire it in. It's into Andy Bartos. Outside to Wallet, straight towards the rock. Wallet scores.
Nice move by Wallet. And again, the OB play another basket. Their percentage on OB plays and buckets has got to be pretty good right now.
8 points for Wallet. Inching ever closer to another double figures effort. Top of the key, Corey Hopkinson. We're closing in on a minute to play. Just inside the free throw line to Farkas. Into the corner, Lapahovsky for three. Nope. Rebound, Curtis Drummond. He spins and shoots, and that one won't bounce in either. And Donlow takes down yet another rebound. So Donlow will keep it himself. And I think Lapahovsky is called for the foul.
I think that's his fourth, isn't it?
And if that is who the foul is called on, that is going to be the case. Yep, that's his fourth. So Donlow back to the free throw line. Donlow with 20 points. And Donlow puts the free throw in. And he's now got 21 points. He'll go for 22 with just 49 seconds remaining in the third quarter. It's a 20-point lead for Poland. And Donlow is good again. He's got 22 points. And his rebounding total is continuing to increase. He's got 11. Duval, bounce pass. Curtis Drummond underneath, double clutch, puts it up, puts it in.
Good move by Drummond. Good attack there by Hubbard against the press, and Drummond did a good job of slicing into the lane for an easy bucket.
Long toss ahead to Ben Donlow. We'll see if the Bulldogs will hold for the last shot. Dom DeFelice outside the three-point line.
See with this group, here comes a little screen roll. Now they'll try to isolate Donlow maybe at the top of the key here with the screen from Wallet.
Donlow with the ball, 5 seconds remaining. Donlow for three, shot blocked, rebound Farkas. Ahead to Curtis Drummond. Drummond firing, no good. He did get the shot off, but it didn't fall, and through 3/4 of basketball in the Division II District semifinals, it is Poland 61. Hubbard 42, quarter number 4 on the way following these words on the MyYTV High School Basketball Game of the Week. Fourth quarter action set to get underway. Chad Krasminski, Steve Leslie with you. Poland 61, Hubbard 42. Farkas on the right wing. This is Chase Myers. Myers out of traffic. Back outside Farkas. Duval left wing now Hopkinson. Hopkinson cut off. Poland trying to force yet another turnover. And a foul is called. And that foul for Poland is called on Ben Broker. So that will send Corey Hopkinson to the free throw line. Some staggering numbers from the third quarter. Poland outscoring Hubbard by a margin of 22-6. Hubbard with just 6 points and 6 turnovers, and in that third quarter, Poland turning it over just one time. That's the story of the game right there.
And that's a big story when you look back at the West Branch game Friday night. Pretty similar third quarter for Poland against West Branch as to this one here. Great defense, a lot of turnovers. Good quarter overall for Poland.
Mikko Fatimas outside the three-point line. Fatimas off the dribble. Fatimas line, lane, puts it up, draws the foul, and will go to the line.
He's impressed me tonight offensively by putting the ball on the floor and setting up others and doing those types of things. Usually he likes to stay out on perimeter, shoot jumpers. Tonight he's been real impressive getting to the line, setting people up for easy opportunities.
So for teams who may be scouting this Poland group,
Good
seeing
luck.
another dimension, seeing another dimension to Fatimas' game.
Absolutely. And you look at his numbers, he's made 74 threes for the year and he shot 199. But what tells me he's a good player is that he's shooting 46% for the year, so he has the ability to rip it to the hole and get to the basket, and he does a good job of it.
Fatimas now with 16 points. And it is 63-44. Again, at the risk of sounding redundant, the winner of this game will play the winner of the Streetsboro and Cardinal-Mooney game that will take place tomorrow night. Right here at Boardman High School. Three ball is a little bit too strong. Rebound underneath for Hubbard. Second try won't go for Lapahovsky. The ball is out of bounds.
Good effort by Hubbard, and you continue to see him fight, and that's a quality program with a great coach. Great effort by Lapahovsky to keep the ball alive.
Yeah, no quit from either of these two sides is Hubbard.
I think we got a technical foul.
He's going to be called for the technical foul. Yeah, it might be Wallet instead of Hubbard. So, yeah, I think there was a technical foul called.
Yeah, it was on him, and Coach Grisdale can't be happy with that. As one of your leaders, you got to just play the game and try to keep your mouth shut. Officials are looking for these types of things in district play to keep tempers down. You know, not real big at this point in the game, but later on, as they continue to trail, you can't have those things.
No, you can't. Corey Hopkinson puts the free throw in. And the next one bounces in as well. Wallet a little too chatty, and will now find himself on the bench for Ken Grisdale. Into the corner. This is Daniel Duval. Bounce past Farkas. Look at Curtis.
Great
Drummond.
move. Got that little floating jump shot from mid-range there. Great ball, good pass by Farkas. 5-point play there, or 4-point play, I'm sorry, off the possession.
Ben Donlow, right side, dishes out. Lou Fatimas firing for three. Nope. Rebound, Curtis Drummond for Hubbard. Drummond left of the lane, now outside. Three ball in the air is no good. Rebound up and good for Lapahovsky.
He's always around the basketball, Lapahovsky. Did a good job of seeing where the ball was going to be short, got the rebound, put it back. Timeout.
So 6:32 to play here in quarter number 4. Poland leading 63-50 on the MyYTV High School Basketball Game of the Week. Rick Fox of Hubbard hoping his team has a big-time rally. As Poland will come out of the timeout with the basketball. Hubbard trying to force the turnover. It's ahead to Donlow. Donlow outside. Mikko Fatimas. Three ball in the air. Around. No. Rebound. Donlow up and in.
There he is around the basket. Fatima's good jump shot, but Donlow big bucket after the timeout. Big possession for Poland.
Curtis Drummond to the rack. Nope. Rebound, guess who? Donlow quickly ahead. Fatimas line, lane as it poked free out of bounds. Poland will hang on to it, however, with 6:05 remaining in the fourth quarter. Bulldogs with a 15-point lead. But give Hubbard credit, they've been hanging in there when things look to be getting out of their reach, as Fatimas will fire it in. It's into Nico Fatimas. And now into the hands of Ben Dunlow. Dunlow into the paint, into the corner. Lou Fatimas for three. That one is short. Rebound, David Baker fights it up and in.
Another offensive rebound, and that's when they're playing really well. When they can attack the offensive boards with Dunlow and Baker, they're tough to handle.
Lapohovsky back outside Drummond. Lob underneath Duval. Outside left wing Lapohovsky penetrates floater. Nope. Rebound underneath. Lapohovsky puts it up. That one won't go either. And Dunlow rips down yet another rebound. He's got 14 of those to go along with 24 points. Lou Fatimas back over to Dunlow. Here's Nico Fatimas. Fatimas teed up by Duval. Fatimas fires. Nope. And the rebound comes down to Hubbard. Long toss down the floor. Duval puts it up. Nope. Good job by Baker to get in the way, but not commit the foul, as Fatimas works his way out of traffic. Dunlow whips it over other side. Wallet baseline. Wallet can't get it to go. Rebound comes down to Hopkinson. Long toss. Duval puts it up, puts it in.
Great pass by Hopkinson, putting a little air under it, leading Duval for the layup. Hubbard continues the battle.
Lou Fatimas may have forced it, drew the contact and the foul. And he will, in all likelihood, go to the line for two. And I think it's Hopkinson that may have just been tagged. Yep, that's the case. So to the line goes Lou Fatimas. By the way, that's 4 fouls now on Corey Hopkinson, as Fatimas puts it up and puts it in.
He's a 50% foul shooter for the year, so you see Poland, they've gone to the line a lot for a year. They've attempted 393 free throws, so you could see the pace and the style that they play. They do go to the foul line a lot.
Lou Fatimas gets the second one to go in as well, and it is 69-52.
And you look at their free throw percentage for the year, 62%, which I'm sure Coach Grisdale, as the tournament goes on and you want to continue to keep winning games, you'd like to see that percentage go up a little bit.
Corey Rushwin is in for Hubbard. This is Hopkinson. He's harassed over to Myers. Into the corner, Farkas faces up. Baseline jumper won't go. Rebound, Luke Wallet for Poland. Wallet was just teed up a few short minutes ago, but he's back into the ball game for Ken Grisdale. Over to Dunlow. Takes it back up top of the key onto the right side. Outside Fatimas. Under 4 minutes to play. Nico Fatimas off the glass.
I think he's going to call the charge. Yeah, I think so.
Yep, wipe it off. Offensive foul called on Fatimas. So the basket will not count. It stays 69-52. But again, another dimension for Nico Fatimas, which many people may not be aware of. Well, if not, they're aware now. Curtis Drummond now to the free throw line with slashing Hopkinson. His shot won't go. The rebound comes down to Poland. Ahead, Dom DeFelice looking under the wing. Near that corner for Fatimas, and it's knocked out of bounds.
And you know, I think you mentioned earlier, when you look at Hubbard, a lot of players coming back next year. Great experience in getting this far in the tournament. Very good coaching staff. I look for big things from them next year.
Underneath towards Baker. Hubbard forces another turnover. Curtis Drummond, line lane. Drummond, coast to coast, draws the foul.
Because he's real good in open court. When he gets the ball in space, he's one of the better players I've seen in our area.
So more than just a couple players vying for our player of the game honors. Of course, this award will be given after the ball game, as Drummond puts it up and in. That player of the game is one player that has made the greatest impact in the course of the contest. That player receives a hoodie The Nightline Embroidery and Silk Screening will feature the play of the game every Monday night at 6 on 27 First News. And First News at 10 on Fox Youngstown. Curtis Drummond can't get the second free throw to drop on in. And Poland will slowly work it up the floor. Under 3.5 to play here in the ball game. Nico Fatimas is fouled on his three-point attempt. He'll go to the line for 3. As Daniel Duval is called for the foul, and the Cardinal sin coaches will tell you, committing a foul on a jump shot.
Never want to foul a jump shooter, especially on a three-point opportunity. Someone as good as him from the line, you don't want to give 3 shots to.
And Fatimas with a very pretty left-handed stroke. And we have a timeout called on the floor with 3 minutes and 22 seconds to play. And unless something changes drastically, it looks like Poland is moving on to the district finals.
Oh, I think so. You know, it's still early, a lot of game left, but with a 17-point lead, it looks that way. And you look at them, they're tough to match up with. Obviously, Mooney and Streetsboro tomorrow. Streetsboro with a very good team with 2 very good post players in Hannah and Wilson. And Mooney's playing very well right now, so that's going to be a great game tomorrow. Very hard to prepare for Poland, and I think the advantage is that they're playing tonight. Mooney and Streetsboro tomorrow. Another day to prepare for Poland with their staff, I think, is key. And it should be a great one here Saturday night, whoever wins that game tomorrow.
And so as we get back to it, 2 more free throws upcoming for Nico Fatimas. Fatimas currently has 17 points. And he's a perfect 3 for 3 from the line. Fatimas jinxed him again.
Yeah, you jinxed him right there, boy. Shame on you as soon as you say it. And we've done that pretty much all year. Whoever we say that to, that free throw opportunity always seems to be a miss.
I will also talk about no-hitters when there are baseball games on. And
you don't believe in that stuff,
I don't
right?
believe in that stuff. It's the former coach coming at you that says, don't talk about it whatsoever.
But you know what? We're Cleveland fans, so we're used to that stuff, too. We've seen drives and World Series games that we lose in the last inning, so as fans, we're used to that.
Curtis Drummond tries to get the floater to go. It does not. Duval comes up with the offensive board. Corey Hopkinson picks up that dribble over to Farkas, and we have a whistle, and Farkas walked with the basketball. So the senior.
Yeah, it's just been a tough second half for Hubbard. You know, with the turnovers and not shooting the ball as well as they did in the first half. And, you know, losing a player like Thompson, and you lost Bellino in the earlier year, I give them nothing but credit for being here, playing the way they did in the first half, and continuing to play hard as a credit to Coach Fox.
71-53, Poland with the basketball. It's David Baker handing off to Nico Fatimas, and now the Bulldogs will let some clock run. Fatimas to the rack, can't get the shot to go. Rebound John Price, it's taken away. Curtis Drummond behind the back pass, ends up in the hands of Corey Hopkinson. Ball is loose, and it comes down to Price of Poland. We're closing in on 2 minutes to play in this ball game. Van Broker over to Wallet, underneath David Baker. Baker right low block, has it taken right away, and Poland will draw the foul as Ben Broker tried to fight it in. And so Broker, the junior guard who stands 6'1", will go to the line for 2. As that foul will be called on Farkas, his 3rd, and we'll see some of the bench players for Ken Grisdale checking in. Matt Morozic checks in. David Baker sits down. Gannon Julia is also in.
And Baker had another solid game on the boards, offensively and defensively, and that's what makes him tough. Any given night, one of the big 3 or 4 can throw up a 20-point game, and everybody else is solid, so they're hard to prepare for.
Duval gives it into the corner, 3 ball in the air, and it's right there for Lepohovsky.
I really like him. I've enjoyed watching him the 2 nights here. He does a lot of things well, and he's going to be a great player.
Gannon Julia has an answer at the other end. And that makes it 75-56. Over to Curtis Drummond. Outside Farkas for three. That one's off the front of the rim. It will not go. The rebound comes down to Daniel Duval. Farkas underneath, puts it up and scores.
Good attack by Farkas. You know, he's really struggled. He had a great game Friday night, and Poland's done a good job with their big guys limiting his touches. Good attack to the basket there by him.
But with 1:26 remaining in this one, the Poland Bulldogs, in just a few short minutes, will advance to the district championship game. Of course, Poland made that great run a season ago, advancing to Columbus. And of course, we're not done with our high school basketball coverage here on MyYTV. Playoff competition continues Thursday night. Catch all of the action on the MyYTV high school basketball game of the week. Cleveland Heights battling Warren Harding. Not just the highlights, we'll have the whole game Thursday night at 10, right here in the Valley's new home for local sports, MyYTV. We had a chance to see the Warren Harding Raiders a couple of times already this season. Saw them beat Cardinal Mooney, and we saw them beat Menor in a very exciting Saturday night ball game a couple of short weeks ago. So we're looking for a good one. Harding in action at Warrensville Heights Thursday night. Best of luck to all our area teams, including the Raiders, as Bulldogs are called for the travel.
And that'll be a great game. You know, Coach Arnold, obviously still the team to beat, but that's a tough district over there. Cleveland Heights, a very good team. That should be a great one.
Boy, it sure should be. Curtis Drummond into the paint, stops and pops, and it bounces in with just 60 seconds remaining here in this fourth quarter clock. Down to Ben Broker, outside Gannon Julia. So lots of the reserves into the ball game. Andy Bartos is back in for Ken Grisdale. Broker works it back outside to Dom DeFelice. Bartos over to Julia. We may not see Poland shoot another basketball.
Yeah, you might not, and they're doing a good job of working the ball, and you know, you'd like to just see them dribble out the clock here and go away with a great win. Losing to Hubbard early in the year and coming back with a solid win like this has been impressive.
Yeah, we talked about it from the top, and that was a whale of a ball game. Hubbard coming away with an 81-78 win over Poland. So we have a foul called.
And the Hubbard folks giving some of their players are leaving the game a hand, and they deserve it. You know, you hate to be a what-if guy, and I know Coach Fox isn't like that. If Bellino doesn't get hurt and Thompson's here, he's not that way. He's an impressive coach, does a great job, and these kids should be proud of the year they had. And this could be a preview of next year. Boy,
that's certainly a realistic possibility. Hubbard coming in 15-7. Poland 17-4. One of those four Poland losses coming to Hubbard. And the free throw is up and good for Dom DeFelice. And we'll see some more reserves checking in for Poland. Phil Lapari is in.
And they're going to take Curtis Drummond out of the game. And he played a great game tonight. You know, Friday night we didn't really get to see the true Drummond. He was in foul trouble. But tonight, very impressive against a great opponent. He was solid both ends of the floor.
Yes, he was. Hubbard will come back on the offensive side. Tyler Lovelace is in. Into the corner. This is Andrew Pizzullo. Off the dribble. Groskos fires and hits for three.
Nice shot, nice ball movement. They continue to keep playing.
And the final seconds tick on down, and the Poland Bulldogs are headed to the district championship game. The final in this one. Poland will move on. The final 76-62. We'll be back to put the finishing touches on this one following these words of the MyYTV High School Basketball Game of the Week. Following a 76-63 victory over the Hubbard Eagles. Hi again, everybody. Chad Krispinski with you. It's time to select tonight's player of the game. Lots of candidates, but we certainly couldn't go wrong with Ben Donlow. 24 points, 14 rebounds on the night, a double-double. He joins us now. And Ben, first of all, to know that this team is moving on in tournament play, how pleasing is it to you guys?
It's really pleasing because, we've been working really hard at practice, and we just try to execute there and here so we can move on to the next level.
A lot of these teams that you face haven't been through the experiences that you've been at the state level and the success in tournament play. How much does that help you as you move through tournament play?
That helped us because last year our whole team was on a team that went to state last year, and we have a great experience. And we've been watching the upperclassmen when we were freshmen. So
you and I talked off the air. You said you're exhausted, you're tired, you're working hard, doing the dirty work, ripping down those rebounds. Talk about your performance tonight and really how hard you worked.
I just helped the team out, and coach asked me to rebound, and that's what I do for our team.
In terms of the mentality of this team right now, obviously you know what your main goal is, and that is to duplicate and maybe go even further than you did last year. But what do you say amongst each other so that you don't get too nervous or too tight going into tournament games?
We just say let's continue to execute, and we just keep going, and we just look at one day at a time.
Well, best of luck to you, and congratulations for being named our player of the game.
Thank you.
That's Ben Donlow, 24 points and 14 rebounds here in this one as Poland advances to the district championship game. 76-63, the final score in the win over Hubbard. Now Poland advances, and they will await tomorrow night's other district semifinal game and see who comes out of the Streetsboro versus Cardinal-Mooney ball game. So congratulations to the Poland Bulldogs. Poland now improves to 18-4, and a great season for the Hubbard Eagles comes to an end. They end their season 15-8 overall. Before we want to get out of here, I'd like to thank some folks who made our broadcast possible. Our director is Mike Roscoe. Our technical director is Bill Bollett. On cameras tonight, it was Jamie Bates, Todd Prodnick, Brian Vaughn, and DJ Yoakley. On animation and graphics, it was Chris Conley. Our art director is Sue Ford. Great job on our statistician, Vince Pellegrini. Much thanks to my broadcast partner, Steve Leslie, for his work as well. My name is Chad Krispinski, reminding you this is a copyrighted broadcast of New Vision Television Youngstown, LLC 2009. Again, the final score in this one in the Division II District Semifinals, it was Poland 76, Hubbard 63. Till Thursday night, so long everybody from Boardman.